say toaster tongs. Today, I'm going to do the Get to Know Your Booktuber tag. I actually had to read it because it's a long title. So, this tag was created by Sin's Book Nook, and I was tagged by Courtney at Tangible Reads. So, hi, Courtney. Thanks for tagging me. So, let's get started. My channel, I would say, is about my journey to just find noteworthy fiction. And by noteworthy, I just mean something that captures my attention, that I think is a significant piece of work, is engaging, maybe even unusual. I want to share what I think is worth getting other people's attention, and I want to hear what other people are finding is grabbing their attention. Let's just say I'm young enough that I plan on doing a 50 by 50 challenge next year. I am happily married. I did go to college, and that's getting further and further away. And currently, I am an executive director at a nonprofit. I am from central New York, and I currently live in the state of Virginia. To just enjoy reading and not worry about what anybody thinks of it. I don't know. I guess I would say that my family is a family of book lovers. Like, these are my shelves. My husband has his own shelves, and we have even more shelves that have been co opted by our child. My favorite holiday would probably be Christmas. I just like everything about Christmas, the food, the meaning of Christmas, the meanings that people have made of Christmas, the traditions, the lights, the atmosphere, the snow on Christmas Day only. Yeah, so I guess Christmas. My dream vacation usually involves water, especially the ocean. I love the ocean, so anything nearby at the ocean, yeah, I'm on that vacation. Pet peeve. Gosh, I'd have to ask my husband. He could probably tell me. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, my biggest pet peeve is when there's multiple people together and there's work to be done and people aren't working together as a team. I feel like this is saying a lot to say this book changed my life, but I think it definitely changed my mind or made me think more, I guess made me think more deeply about things is how I would probably put it. And that would be Everything Sad is Untrue. This book is amazingly written, beautiful, beautiful cover, and was just a real surprise read. It is, I believe, a middle grade, at least in my opinion, middle school children need to read this book because I don't know, it made me rethink how I behaved in middle school and made me go, was I that person? Because there are definitely people in here you do not want to be. I just highly recommend reading it. I'm going to say earpods. Is that simple? I mean, I guess it says a lot that it seems simple nowadays, but I think earpods really changed the world and how people used um, headphones. Like, I think it brought headphones to a whole different level in place where I feel like they were at the point where they were semi going out of style. I don't know. I say that and I don't own AirPods or any of those things. I have wired headphones. I'm old fashioned. So, and if I could get the ones that covered your ears more easily, I would. But yeah, I think earpods, maybe change the world a bit. Actually watch a lot of TV or movies. Um, but if I do, my favorite type of TV shows tend to be reality TV. Therefore, I don't watch a lot of TV or movies because I can really get sucked in and they go on for seasons. My favorite movie is probably either A Christmas Story or any of the Charlie Brown movies. Those are two movies, well, and a set of movies that I could watch over and over every single year. And A Christmas Story, I do. Describe myself. I have no idea. Can anybody do this one? With three fictional, I could tell you three fictional characters that I like, but I don't know if they describe me. So I would say Peppermint Patty. I love her. From Peanuts, if you don't know. Charlie Brown. And probably Sleepy Time Bear from the Care Bears. Maybe they do in some ways describe me. I'll have to think about that further. Dream job would probably be doing full time what I'm doing now, part time, or just being a full time booktuber doing this. This would be pretty fabulous, and if I could get paid to do this and like make a true living, yeah, then maybe this. Either something about cooking or cleaning, because I'd rather not do either. Maybe a spell that was cooking and cleaning, so I could learn how to just say the spell and all my food would be made. Like food would be like cooked, as in a show up cooked. Like I don't even want the spell where like the pots are cooking the stuff themselves. I just want the food like to show up hot and steamy on a plate. Somebody tell me that spell. Jumping on my trampoline with friends. Like I still remember a lot of occasions as a kid. I had one of those huge trampolines in my backyard and we would have friends come over and me and my brother, or sometimes just me, would have friends come over and we would just jump on that trampoline for hours or all day. I don't know how. Energy is wasted on the young. YouTube is definitely my favorite social media. I have others and we won't get into that because there's I'm not on them. I would bring to life David Copperfield, or at least someone in David Copperfield. Hard to say who, because there's so many good people in there. And if you haven't read it, read it, because trust me, there's probably someone in that book that you'd want to meet. My favorite animals are pandas. I was at the zoo the day the baby was born. I didn't get to see him get born because he was born later in the night, but I was there that day when she was in labor. And sadly, they're on their way back to, or maybe already in China. And I was going to go and say goodbye. And I was going to do a video on paperbacks and pandas where I was going to go to my favorite bookstore. And then I was going to go and see the pandas. And they left because they wouldn't tell us the exact date, of course, that they were leaving. But they gave us a date range. And I waited and I missed it. I'm sure something I say and or do is an old person behavior, but then how old is old? Because like I don't think I'm old, and you have to be pretty old in my mind, like close to 100 to be old. And I don't know a lot of people who are in their 90s and hundreds anymore, so I don't know. Hidden talent. I don't know if I'd say this a talent, but other people have told me it is. I sing. So I'm not going to sing for you. I will never sing on this channel. Remember, it's a hidden talent. In 5 years, I see myself somewhere else, hopefully still doing this, maybe even more often than now, and still reading a lot. This one was pretty easy. I figured I'd share something that if you look at my YouTube channel page, you would see on there. And it's this little guy. So I have this little statue. Sorry, my light is super bright, but it's a little Shih Tzu statue. It's black and white, which is an unusual but very popular color for them. And this is significant to me because it reminds me of our little dog who passed away a few years ago. She looked more or less so exactly like this. She actually had a little bit more black on the front, but this is a pretty accurate rendering of what she looked like. And so I keep it on my bookshelf because it reminds me of her. Hopefully that gave you a little bit more information about me. Yeah, if you want to know more about the books that I read, you can like, subscribe, and ring the little bell, and it will notify you when I post my next video. I'm trying to post videos every Wednesday and Saturday, except when newbie me mess up the post and then it comes out on a different day by accident, because that happened. Oh, and to keep the ball rolling, I did want to tag somebody, so I'm going to tag LA at the Literary Lair. See you next time. Have a great week and a happy Thanksgiving. Bye. And today I'm going to do the Getting to Know You Booktuber tag. Is that what it's called? It's a mouthful.